In the world of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, few forces command as much awe, fear, and reverence as the dragons, ancient, majestic creatures born of fire and magic. These living legends are more than mere beasts, they are the embodiment of power, the key to conquest, and the heart of a legacy forged by two noble houses, Targaryen and Valerian. From the smallest hatchlings to the colossal terrors that darkened the skies, dragons shaped the fate of Westeros. But their might is only half the story. The true magic lies in the sacred bond between dragon and rider, a connection rooted in blood, destiny, and the storied histories of the houses that dared to tame them. Welcome. The House Targaryen, known as the Dragon Lords, hails from the ancient Valyrian freehold, a civilization of unparalleled sorcery and dragon-riding prowess. Their sigil, a three-headed dragon, symbolizes their dominion over the skies. Escaping the cataclysmic doom of Valyria, the Targaryens settled on the volcanic Isle of Dragonstone, bringing with them their dragons and the secrets of their bond. For centuries, they ruled Westeros, forging the Iron Throne with dragonfire and uniting the Seven Kingdoms under their reign. But their power was not theirs alone. Beside them stood House Valerian, the Sea Dragons, whose mastery of the seas complemented the Targaryens' rule of the skies. Together, these houses wielded the might of dragons, binding their fates to these creatures through a mystical, almost sacred connection. The bond between a Targaryen or Valerian and their dragon is no mere partnership, it is a union of souls, forged in blood and fire. Only those with Valyrian blood, descendants of the ancient dragon lords, can claim a dragon as their own. This bond begins at birth or in youth, often with a dragon egg placed in a cradle, a tradition that ties the rider to their dragon from their earliest moments. When a dragon hatches, it imprints on its rider, creating a lifelong connection that is both emotional and instinctual. A dragon will only accept one rider at a time, and no rider can claim more than one dragon. This bond allows the rider to command their dragon through voice, gesture, and an almost telepathic understanding, soaring into battle as one mind, one will. House Targaryen's dragons were their greatest strength, but also their greatest vulnerability. Each dragon, from the smallest to the largest, carried the weight of their house's ambitions. Dragons like Syrax, Caraxes, and the mighty Balerion the Black Dread were not just weapons but extensions of their rider's will, their size and power reflecting the strength of their bond. House Valerian, though fewer in dragon riders, boasted legends like Sea Smoke and Malaise, whose riders harnessed the sea's fury alongside dragonfire. Yet, this power came at a cost. The Dance of the Dragons, a civil war within House Targaryen, saw dragon pitted against dragon, rider against rider, threatening to extinguish the very creatures that defined their legacy. Dragons in Game of Thrones / House of the Dragon, ranked from largest to smallest. Balerion, the Black Dread. Size, 250–300 feet long, wingspan large enough to shadow entire towns. Details, the largest known dragon, ridden by Aegon the Conqueror. His skull is massive, displayed in the Red Keep. Balerion's size allowed him to melt Harrenhal's stone towers. Died of old age around 94 AC. Bagger. Size, 200–250 feet long, wingspan nearly 400 feet. Details, the largest living dragon in House of the Dragon, ridden by Aemon Targaryen. At 180 years old by the Dance of the Dragons, she's a battle-scarred colossus, dominating fights like Rook's Rest. Meraxes. Size, 200–220 feet long, slightly smaller than Balerion. Details, ridden by Queen Rhaenys during Aegon's conquest. Her skull, displayed in King's Landing, suggests a massive size, though smaller than Balerion's. Vermithor, the Bronze Fury. Size, 150–180 feet long, wingspan 300 feet. Details, second largest in House of the Dragon, ridden by Hugh Hammer. At 100 years old, Vermithor's size and ferocity make him a key player for Team Black. Dreamfire. Size, 120–150 feet long. Details, ridden by Helaena Targaryen in House of the Dragon. An older dragon, 80–100 years, her size is notable but less than Vermithor's, known for laying eggs that hatched future dragons. Malaise, the Red Queen. Size, 100–120 feet long. Details, ridden by Rhaenys Targaryen in House of the Dragon. Around 80 to 90 years old, she's fast and battle-tested but killed by Bagger at Rook's Rest. Caraxes. Size, 80–100 feet long. Details, Demon Targaryen's mount in House of the Dragon. Lean and agile, Caraxes is smaller than Bagger but fierce, known for his role in the Stepstones and battle above the God's Eye. Silverwing. Size, 80–100 feet long. Details, ridden by Ulf the White in House of the Dragon. About 90 years old, she's large and enduring, once flown to the wall by Queen Alysanne. Cannibal. Size, 70–90 feet long. Details, a wild dragon on Dragonstone during House of the Dragon. His exact size is unclear, but he's described as large and fearsome, eating other dragons. Sheepstealer. Size, 60–80 feet long. Details, a wild dragon claimed by Nettles in House of the Dragon. Smaller than Cannibal, he's still formidable, known for stealing livestock. Drogon. Size, 80–100 feet long, by Game of Thrones end. Details, Daenerys Targaryen's dragon in Game of Thrones. Large by Season 8 but young, 7–8 years, burns fleets and armies. Grey Ghost. Size, 50–70 feet long. Details, a wild dragon in House of the Dragon. Elusive and smaller than tamed dragons, he avoids humans but is still sizable. Sea Smoke. Size, 50–60 feet long. Details, ridden by Adam of Hull in House of the Dragon. A younger dragon, agile and battle-ready, but smaller than older dragons like Vermithor. Sunfire. Size, 50–60 feet long. Details, Aegon II's dragon in House of the Dragon. Young and beautiful, his size is modest but he's fierce, surviving brutal injuries. Syrax. Size, 40–50 feet long. Details, Rhaenyra Targaryen's dragon in House of the Dragon. Smaller than war dragons, she's elegant but less battle-focused. Vermax. Size, 30–40 feet long. Details, Jacaerys Valerion's dragon in House of the Dragon. A young dragon, smaller but agile, killed during the Battle of the Gullet. Eryx. Size, 25–35 feet long. Details, Lucerys Valerion's dragon in House of the Dragon. Young and small, killed by Bagger in a storm above Shipbreaker Bay. Tyraxes. Size, 20–30 feet long. Details, Joffrey Valerion's dragon in House of the Dragon. Very young, his size limits his role in major battles. Moondancer. Size, 20–25 feet long. Details, Baela Targaryen's dragon in House of the Dragon. Small but fierce, she's a young dragon with potential. Stormcloud. Size, 15–20 feet long. Details, Aegon the Younger's dragon in House of the Dragon. A hatchling, small but brave, saving his rider during the Battle of the Gullet. While all these dragons play an epic and eye-catching role in the franchise, few would be seen in the new Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Do well to leave your comments and give us a follow. Thank you for now. Bye.